I think we'll all probably still be friends by the end of this.
Hopefully.
That's assuming that we're all friends right now.
Hey, it's Althea.
And Maya.
And this is our podcast.
With our powers combined. And coming in hot, we have our special guest, Adrian.
Woo! Let's go.
And thank you for having me on.
Of course. Welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
I know.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing as well as I can do right now, I'm doing all right. I'm doing peachy keen at the very least.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. We are doing a very special episode, in case you couldn't tell, with our guest. We are doing the power of hot takes.
Yes.
And we invited Adrian here because we love him. And also, we thought you might have some hot takes for us.
We thought he has some controversial hot takes for us today.
I probably do.
I think we'll all probably still be friends by the end of this.
Hopefully.
That's assuming that we're all friends right now.
Maybe that's a hot take, right? Starting off that.
Hot take, we're friends, guys? Oh no.
I don't know. I work in production. They're the
Wow.
leaders. We'll see what happens.
Wow. Devastating.
We never
To think that you joined our group costume and now you're like, it's divided. It's
You
divided.
did.
We call that favoritism. I'm totally kidding.
Wow. Hot take. We're getting rowdy, y'all.
We are.
I love it.
But yeah, did you bring the hottest takes of the hottest takes ever?
If we're talking food, you will hate me after this.
If
we're talking anything else, maybe we'll see what happens.
I do love how heated people get about food. It makes me weirdly so happy because objectively it matters very little.
Yeah.
But people are like, I will die on this hill and I mean it. And I'm like, good.
I'm quite
good.
excited to know the things right now. I'm quite excited for this episode. But before we get into our hot takes that we have brought, I have just some I want to do a rapid fire question with you guys.
Let's go.
You're going to say yay or nay. And the thing is, I'm just going to give you a question. You say yay or nay, but no explanation.
Oh, I love this.
You
Okay.
can not
Rapid fire.
explain yourself.
Oh.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, dude, I love not
So
explaining myself.
we won't answer for our crimes. We'll
No.
just say
You
it.
just say yay or nay, and then we just move right past on.
We're on the hot seat.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Ayo.
Okay, you guys ready
We're
for a
keeping
rapid
it in.
fire?
We're keeping it in.
Rapid fire hot take.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Okay, pineapple on pizza.
No.
No.
Cold pizza for breakfast.
Yes.
Yes.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
No.
Toilet paper over or under?
Under.
The one when it goes this way and it drops like that from the outside. I don't know.
Over?
Yes, over.
Okay, does cereal count as soup?
No.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
I've never watched it. So, no?
Okay,
That was an explanation.
that was an explanation. I'm just kidding.
You fail.
Should ketchup go on eggs?
No.
No.
Yes. Is it ever okay to text K in response?
Yes.
No.
Does the middle seat on a plane get both
No.
armrests?
No.
Can you wear socks with sandals?
Yes.
Perfect. That was it. I love that we said no explanation and Adrian just goes, I've never watched it.
I totally forgot what kind of movie that was.
I want to explain the K thing
No.
so
No.
badly and I can't.
No.
I'm going to tell
No
you all
explanation.
after and then you're going to know and you're all going to wonder.
No explanation. That was really fun. That
was
fun.
great.
I wish I had more.
I like that the thing we were the most intense about was the food.
I told you might hate me after this.
That was
The
like,
food.
it was a simultaneous no hesitation. No.
No, genuinely, it was just like everything else. You're like, no,
No.
no,
Yeah.
no. Just like, okay, my bad.
Cold pizza? No. Never.
My dad is with you. My dad hates cold
No
pizza.
explanations.
I'm not explaining. I'm saying my
Yeah,
dad.
sure.
If my
Okay,
dad
okay.
were here, he would say absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
It would
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
firm, resounding no.
Let us know in the comments what you thought about those questions. If you
Yeah,
said
let
yes
us
or
know
no.
your answers.
Yeah.
You can explain. We'll let you.
Sure.
We won't explain our reasons in the comments, but
No.
you can.
We have the right to stay silent.
We committed a felony then.
Don't put that on. For legal reasons, this is a bit.
Totally a bit. Yeah.
All right, hot takes.
Hot takes.
Who wants to go first?
Oh my gosh, I'm
Who wants
nervous.
to bring a hot take on the table?
Not me. I want to see how the vibe is before I go
Yeah,
into anything.
give us your first hot take.
So, context. Maya and I were trying to like figure out this episode. She was like, "Let's do a hot take episode," and I'm like, "Yes, let's do it." But I'm like, I'm a person with no hot takes. And while I said that, we were in the office. We were together, and she did something, and I was like, "What did you just do?"
I did a really normal thing.
Tell them what you did.
Yeah, I think we need some context here. Maybe for
Tell
me.
them what you did.
I took medication, as one does. Yes. I took a bottle of water. I put some water in my mouth, and then I popped the 2 pills in my mouth, and then I swallowed.
No.
That's okay.
No! You pop the medicine first and then the water comes after.
No, I have a hard time drinking medicine in general.
I'm
gonna throw it in however it goes in, bro. I have no qualms with that.
I cannot understand how putting water first makes it easier.
It just,
Okay.
it's helpful.
No. Let's think about it in a different way. Cereal first or milk first? It's the same idea, same concept.
Cereal first.
Wait.
No.
Do you put milk before your cereal?
No.
So,
Not unless I'm putting extra. I'm just
well,
trying
then
to...
that's different. Because cereal first before the milk. Same idea
Okay,
as you said.
actually,
medicine first
If it-
before
no,
the water.
If the milk is
Medicine
warm, if I
first
want the
before the-
warm milk,
Wait.
This is going
You put
wild
warm
right
milk
now.
in your cereal?
yeah, because sometimes it's too cold. Sometimes it's too cold, and I'm just like,
What are you
what do
doing?
you mean, Adrian? No, like genuine. Like sometimes the milk is a little too cold. I don't know.
Then your cereal will get so soggy, like quickly.
Well, depending on the cereal.
I like soggy cereal, by the way.
Some cereal's gotta be crunchy, and some cereal you're like, I kind of want it soupy.
No, I love my cereal crunchy. Anyways, you pop the medicine first. That is the answer.
No, it doesn't matter.
I will.
Genuinely.
Because okay, this is my thing.
Okay.
I feel like if you pop the medicine first, then you're able to like just drown your medicine in water before you're able to like drink it, like swallow it.
See, I get the water and then I pop it. And also, I feel like it helps when sometimes you get medicine that's like coated in something.
Yeah.
Is then because the water's in first, it just goes and it's a quicker
But
down
aren't you
in
gonna
my brain.
choke waiting for the medicine?
I'm
to
gonna
pop
choke
in?
anyways. It doesn't matter. Like I can't. I genuinely don't and can't drink any medicine. I would prefer it in a little cup and just go like a little, like, you know. But
Just
no.
popping.
Yeah, dude. I can't. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fine. I still stand on medicine first.
I will say, between the two of us, actually, I was gonna say you've probably taken more medicine. I don't know if that's true.
I've taken more medicine. I take medicine every single day.
Do you take it by mouth though? Every day?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I take my pill first, and then I drown it in water.
But what if?
Absolutely not.
What if you did your? Here's a
Yeah.
thing based on that. Do you only take your medication with water, or do you just do any beverage on hand?
Ooh, sometimes I just pop it in with my saliva if it's small enough.
If it's small enough, maybe.
If it's really tiny. But I think I've tried it like once or twice, like a carbonated soda, but never do that. Don't
No.
do that. Do not recommend. My sisters will probably kill me if they hear this.
I feel like,
But I just drink them with water. Just water. Or juice is fine, but
I only can do water. If I do anything else, I die legally.
but I just
Legally? What do you mean legally?
Legally, they will hunt me down. I can't do
Who are
it.
these vampire lawyers?
They have really strict contracts, and it's hard to get out of them. Don't worry about
That's
it.
funny. All right, bring me your guys' hot take.
We're going in a line. You got to go next.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's move away from food for a little bit. Let's go back to that in a little while. Okay. So, let me give you a little bit of context before I give into this.
I love that we're all gonna be like, okay, now hear me out first.
So, okay, society right now is just nothing but hustle and bustle, and you're busy and you're busy and you're busy and you're busy. But then at the same time, you gotta realize that like everybody's busy, right? Yeah. Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you genuinely like this person, or you genuinely want to have any sort of relationship, like a friendship or further or anything, genuinely, you have to make time for X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Right? So my hot take pretty much goes along that line of, it's not a flex to be busy. You're just bad at time management.
Yes.
100% agree.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so angry when people say
agree.
this, where they're like, you don't understand, I'm just so busy. I'm like,
No.
you're bad at managing things? Good for you, I guess.
Right?
You're admitting a flaw. You're admitting that you don't know how to manage something.
Yes, it's like, okay, what
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Yes, skill issue. Yes.
And like priorities. Priorities.
Get yourself a little calendar.
Like homeboy, girly pop, whatever you are, bro. Like genuinely, make
There are
up.
two genders. And girly.
Homie boys and girly pops.
They're both gender
Tag
fluid. It
yourself.
don't matter. Anyways,
yourself.
my thought process goes is okay. Like especially going to school and having to commute a freaking hour, 15 hour, 30 away. If I don't get up at 4, when I was going to class for hybrid cars, I literally have to be up by 4:30 in the morning. If not, I would have trouble getting there at 7:30. And just imagine all that time period, like 4:30 to 7:30. That's the time I have to be there. And commuting all the way from here all the way to over there.
Yeah.
We're not doxing ourselves today. It's just really hard because you're like, okay, how do you manage any time with yourself, especially healthily?
Yes.
How do you do that and then flex yourself being like, I'm here at 4:30 in the morning and I'm busy. I'm like, dude, no, like genuinely, like, what are you doing? It's not a flex, bro.
Yes.
Make your time more valuable.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Me too.
I love when people say, oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I was busy. And I'm like, oh, do you mean what? And they're like, oh, it's just busy. No, I'm sorry. You have to say one more thing. You can't just say, oh, sorry, I was busy. Being a person? Yeah, same. Give me one more sentence. You have to give me one more sentence.
I love that because one of my friends, and I'm gonna send him this as well. One of my friends is the worst at texting, and it's terrible. I just am calling you out, right? Genuinely, like homeboy will like text, and then he's like, Adrian, can you look this over? I'm like, I bet, I got you. Don't worry, I bet. And then like I don't know him in person either. He's like,
so if you're not good at texting, really affects
Yes.
everything.
exactly. So
Hilarious.
like having kind of like an online friendship too with him.
Yeah.
Like he says he wants to communicate with somebody like, hey, like I was busy.
But he won't.
But doesn't give any context. And I'm like, brother, how are you gonna not have any context about anything and then be like,
You gotta say it.
and then have the person on the other side be wondering, what was homeboy doing this entire time? And you're just like, dude, give them context. Tell them you're taking a dump or something, bro. I don't know. Like,
Just something.
give them
Just something.
Just not busy.
Like, I can't.
Tell me what you were doing.
I
It's
can't
fine.
fathom just being like, hey, sorry I wasn't here. Like, that's it. Like.
I feel similarly when people simply say, oh, sorry, I was really tired. And you go, oh, man, what's been going on? They go, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
It's the same. It feels the same to me. I'm like, say, oh, my gosh, I had a really long day.
Yeah.
It's been an insane week. One more sentence. This actually contributes into like my hot take is
Go ahead.
I think there are so many people who think that they're really good at conversation. They think like, oh, like, yeah, I don't get why people don't like to talk. Like, I think
Right.
and they are incapable of one more sentence. If you can't follow up a sentence with another sentence, you are bad at conversation. Which, here's the thing, that shouldn't be a hot take. That should just be a normal statement. And yet, as someone who's done online dating, the amount of people who will say, they'll say, I love a great conversation.
And then,
so you say, hey, what, like, oh, you match, you go, how's your day been going? They go, good. And I go, you have to remove you love a good conversation from your bio because no, you don't. No, you don't.
And then you're like, okay.
Cut it off.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, like, what did you do? And they're like, oh, usual. And I'm like, I don't know you. You have to give me more than this.
Yeah.
You have to remove love a good conversation from your bio. No, you don't.
Yeah. Maybe let's just let's say it as like they're good at giving dry responses. Like, bro, like especially when you're on like dating, like the way you're saying, right? Like,
so dumb.
How are you gonna have a genuine conversation and connection with somebody, biblically or not? It doesn't matter. Like, how are you gonna talk to somebody and then be like, "Hey Maya, da 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 da," and then she just responds with,
Okay.
Yeah.
"Okay." Like, what? Like, what kind of conversation is that? Like, there's no
It's
sustenance.
unhinged.
I feel like it's
unhinged.
like it's like people who want to have like a deeper connection or like deeper friendships, and they're like, oh yeah, I want people to like, I want to reach out to people, or you know, all of these things, and then you reach out to them, but they never actually reach back out to you.
Yes.
And I'm just like, you want a relationship, but you're not actually engaging
That's
in
the
the
other
relationship.
thing. It's a lot of people who say that they're really good at conversations, just are good at letting someone else talk at them.
Right.
And here's the thing, that's not a conversation.
That's a yap sesh.
That's a podcast. Different. Which is different. You can tune into this if you just want to hear people talk. But you're not a part of the conversation unless you comment.
So comment.
Otherwise, you're just listening.
Right.
And that's not a conversation.
No.
Hot take.
That's
Get it
not a hot take.
together.
That's reality.
It's shocking how many people disagree with
no,
this.
because like
It's shocking how many straight men on dating apps disagree with this. You gotta get it together.
That's crazy.
You're the reason you're single. Get it together.
Dude, I think that might be my problem the other way. Where I talk a little too much and I give a little bit too much intention wise. And I'm a little too like
Forward?
yappy. No, not even that.
Oh.
Just yappy. Like I wanna like get to know this person, right?
Yeah.
And I'm kinda just like I try to match the energy, and then sometimes they give me the energy and then I match it back, and then they're like,
That was, and you were like, no, we were doing
I'm like,
fine.
bro, we were doing fine. Like, I
Like, what are you doing?
You threw the ball, I caught it. Why are you mad?
and then it just like dies, and you're just like, oh, okay, my bad, bro. You know.
Sorry, I'm so good at catch.
I didn't know we like fumbled. You know.
My bad. I know you wanted me to drop the ball.
Right. Anyways.
I feel you.
I'm gonna give us another hot take.
Ooh, okay.
All right, go ahead.
This one, I just recently like figured out that this should be a hot take.
Okay.
It's do not give DNA tests as Christmas or birthday gifts. Like just like the Ancestry.com, like 23andMe. Do not give it as gifts, because then drama ensues.
I think you gotta give me some explanation, because like, who gives that as a gift for
There's a lot of people who think, oh, this is a really fun, like, 'cause you know how interactive gifts are like a big, instead of being
Sure.
oh, here's a gift card.
I understand.
It's like, oh, here's an experience. Learn more about your history. Get in touch with your family.
like
it
culture,
feels-
like ancestry.
I
like,
do know a
figure
number
it
of
out.
people who, like, a grandma or like a mom has said, oh, for the whole family, let's all do a little DNA test. Like, let's do the 23andMe. And I'm like, you want to go closer as a family. You want to stir the pot. Don't lie to
There's
me.
so many things that could ensue from doing a DNA test, and I'm just like, if you don't want the drama, don't do it.
That's funny, because you could be like, I'm more Filipino than you. I'm more Mexican than you. I have 1% this and you don't. And we come from the same
Or there's the
family.
worst scenario where you go, oh, hey, we don't share any blood, actually.
Like, we're not related at all.
Are you
I've
not
heard a
my
lot
dad?
of stories like that just
Introduce
around it.
them.
I'm just like, that is crazy.
I love that you went to, I'm more
Like,
Mexican than you.
But we're completely like, no, you're gonna find out like
That was
you're
like-
not
related
your
to
mama.
people
That was
that
like-
you didn't think you were
to be
related
like,
to.
I'm more Mexican than you. Let's go. It runs deeper in my blood.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so funny.
that is a drama that I was thinking. It's like
didn't even think
you
about
would
that.
think like you would have relatives. You didn't think they were relatives.
I will say, ironically, we are hoping to do this at some point,
We
and
are,
I'm
though.
kind of scared.
Now I am. When we were thinking about, we were talking about like doing like a podcast episode with
That
that.
sounds like fun.
I know it did sound fun, but now it's kind of like a little bit scary.
You're like, what am I gonna find
It's like,
out?
am I my mother's daughter? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Dun dun
Dun, dun,
dun.
Yeah, but yeah, just do not give it as a gift. maybe if they
Like,
really
ask-
want,
no,
if they really want it, then
Don't
give
do it
as
as a surprise.
Exactly.
Don't surprise someone with
Yeah,
that.
I think that's where it is. Don't surprise anyone with that. Ask them if they really want it.
You can surprise me. That'd be pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Cool.
We're gonna find out that you aren't Mexican.
Dude, that is awful because I have a tejana, I have boots, I have everything. I can do the grito. I will sing the most Mexican ranchera things ever. So if I find out,
What
I'm
if
not
you were
Mexican-
like as
That's
white
just
as like a
terrible.
piece of paper? Like you were just like there's not an ounce. What if?
Okay,
What would you do?
You see, I'm not surprised. Okay, first of all.
What do you mean?
So okay, let me give you some context. Okay.
Adrian's always wondered.
No,
His whole
So
life.
okay, so my mom is pale and red.
That's
My
true.
sister is pale and red. I'm sorry, I love you, but yes.
She says that the printer was like loading the ink is always what she.
Yeah,
shows.
apparently it messed up with me and my brother because we're so much darker than her. But okay, so my dad tells me kind of like this is kind of like the Mexican version of ancestry or whatever.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like they love kind of passing down information.
Yeah.
And they love exchanging information. So not even chisme, it's kind of just like lineage. Where like in the Bible, it's like, oh,
Like
from this and
legacy.
this and this and this and this and
Right.
this and this. Yeah, yeah. So then with this, my dad told me that there's a lot of people in our family from my dad's side that are either Spaniard,
Oh.
not white in like ethnicity,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
white
yeah.
in
No,
color.
I
No,
get
no.
that.
But like, no,
White
I
in
know
color.
what
So
you mean.
with the top one, mi tatarabuelo, which is my great grandpa to an extent, right? His name was Perfect, but in Spanish it's perfecto.
Perfecto.
Perfecto Sandoval. So I was like,
That's a power move.
dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, that's so
Perfecto.
cool. But so he is like super Spaniard, but like also super Mexican. So my dad told me that like for like ancestry stuff or whatever that there's a possibility of a lot more like Spaniard than anything else too. It also comes kind of like with my hair, with my eyes, with like a bunch of my facial features as well.
Right, right.
It comes from pretty much Spaniard
Dun
types.
dun dun.
So yeah,
What
so
if you're more Spaniard than Mexican?
How?
that'd be kind of terrible because I would be like,
Like, how
I
would
was
you feel?
colonized this entire time, but really I was the colonizer. I don't
Honestly,
know.
this is why we could all be cousins. Like I tell Liz that because I'm like I might also be more Spaniard than Filipino
Dun 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 dun.
or Chinese. I don't know. I probably have Chinese, Spanish, Japanese blood in me. I
Who
don't know.
among us wasn't conquered by the white man at some point?
Find out on that podcast episode.
Stay tuned for
Stay tuned.
that. Will actually also be an episode.
It'd be
at
so
some
much
point.
fun. Oh,
We're gonna get sassy.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
yes. Do you guys have any more hot takes that you brought?
Do you want to go back to food, or are you?
I feel like you have something else to say before we go back to food, so go ahead. I can sense it. I feel it.
This is like a more controversial hot take.
Okay.
I'm getting a little more controversial.
Go ahead.
So I know that there's a whole thing right now of people not wanting to get married because they're like, oh, I don't want to get married because it's a piece of paper, and like, why is the government all up in my marriage? Blah 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 blah. And I know there's a whole group of people who are like, oh, well, you know, you don't just have to date to get married. Like you can date to like spend time with someone. You can date to get to know new people. And I'm like, sure. This is my hot take.
Yeah.
Every person, whether they realize it or not, is in fact dating to be married.
Yeah.
And the reason this is my take is you're either a person who your goal is a legally binding marriage,
Right.
or your goal is to find someone who you want to casually spend the rest of your life
Which
with,
is
which is
forever.
marriage. That's still marriage. If
True
you are
fact.
living together
True
and
fact.
you're sharing a bed together and you have pets or children or your name is both on the mortgage
Exactly.
and you vacation together and you've been together for like 10 years, you're effectively married.
Yes.
You're married without paperwork.
Which is
Exactly.
the same thing.
You're married.
Just go get
So I'm
married.
like,
guys.
you're like, and that's the goal. And because you'll ask people and they'll say that. They're like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I think eventually I would just love to find someone,
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't need a wedding. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, you don't need a wedding, but you want marriage.
Yeah. And some
That
people
is your
Some
goal.
people have a wedding and they just won't call it like a marriage.
Yes.
Like, they won't actually, like, put it on paper and stuff like that. And they won't call their relationship a marriage.
We literally have common law husband and wife. It's literally a thing. Because you're essentially married. So stop saying that you don't want to be married because you secretly do.
Yeah.
That is you
marriage.
do.
That is marriage.
You want to conform to something different.
Yeah.
And have fun, I guess. But you're shooting for marriage. You're just calling it something else. It's still marriage. It makes me crazy. It makes me absolutely insane.
That's valid.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, it's very just normal. Because, like, okay, like, genuinely, like you're saying, right?
Yeah.
If you're sharing an apartment, there's a little doggy right there that's probably like named after whatever both of you decided, right? It's like, come on, like that's
You
already,
adopted the dog together.
That's practically your kid already, right?
Yes.
And whether you have kids or not, which is another thing that you should. Anyways, so like your intentionality behind everything is key.
Yes.
And that's what I think. If you're not intentional with anything, then what are you doing? But like, if we're looking at it within their shoes, right? They're like, okay, you know what? Maybe they just don't want to like either conform or they don't want to put like a something to it. Like, sure.
Is it because of taxes? Just kidding.
Probably a
honestly,
lot. I know people.
Might be.
I legit know someone who got married for tax purposes.
Yeah.
They were like, "All right, we'll cave."
No, or honestly, it just might be you have commitment issues.
Gross.
But
High key, bro. High key.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Because, like, if you're kind of just dating around, especially when it comes to, like, online dating, too, like, it really, like, depends. Because, like, what are you trying to get with this? Are you trying to have, like, happy, fun little one-night stands if you're going towards that? Or even if you're, like, religious or whatever too, like we're thinking about it, okay, well, you want to be intentional with the people you're doing, and if your goal is for marriage, then what are you doing dating somebody just because she's cute?
Yes, that's the same. I think it's the same people who stay in a relationship where I'm like, okay, you don't want to be married.
Yeah.
Why are you guys still dating then?
Exactly.
If both of you don't have any intention of being married,
Right.
how long are the two of you just gonna hang out for?
yeah.
For the rest of our lives. That's a marriage.
Yeah.
That's a marriage, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna have kids together. We're gonna do
have kids
this.
and we're gonna buy a house
We're gonna,
and
like,
we're gonna
live together.
We're gonna
Like, bro,
go
just go get the
on
paperwork
vacation.
done.
I'm like,
There are benefits to it too. So
you're
I don't
married.
know what you're doing.
You're married.
Yeah.
Just admit it. Admit that you want it. It's okay. It's okay that you want it. Just say that you want it.
The only people that are gonna like kind of like say anything about it are those same people that are immature and same people that have commitment issues.
These are the same people who say that they're really great at conversation.
Exactly.
And they are.
And they never.
They
do.
also always have looking for something serious,
They're
and then
like-
they can't hold a conversation.
They're also like, I'm
Maybe it's the
great
same
at,
person.
It's the same person.
They're also
My
like,
hot
I'm
take
great
is
at
dating apps
having
suck.
relationships.
Is that my hot
No,
take?
like,
They're
how-
not. They're not.
that's not even a hot take. It's just kind of like what society deems good now.
It's
right?
ridiculous.
And it's just like, why?
I'm taking
That's
a
why it
stand.
becomes a hot take because
Yeah.
you know how largely
This
people
shouldn't
think
be a
about
hot
that.
take, but get it
Yeah.
together, people.
Yeah.
New take.
New take. I don't know if it's a hot take, but fish is bad. Sushi's bad.
This
But,
is hot.
but,
This is
but
scalding.
let me redeem myself a little bit. Seafood is good, but fish is trash.
Elaborate. You legally have to elaborate.
No.
Let him. I don't know. Let him
I-
cook, but like let him
I want to
keep
go
talking.
run, and I hate running.
Oh, my bad, bro. I have that effect. My bad. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, explain.
You know,
Defend yourself.
it'd be pretty funny if I said, no, I don't think I will. But, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually give you some content, okay? So from here, before anybody says anything, I was forced into eating fish through my childhood. And my mom at one point would tell me, you're not going to leave the table until you finish eating the fish. And I'm like,
Classic.
pero no me gusta. I don't like it. And she's like, no, you're going to eat it because we made it and we made an extra one for you. And I'm not going to, this isn't a restaurant. We're not going to do.
Yeah.
And like all that thing, right? And at some point, she realized I was serious about not liking fish. And she's like, but you like shrimp? And I'm like, yeah. But you like this? I'm like, yeah. I hate fish. Fish is terrible. I've had it sauteed. I've had it zarandeado. I don't know how to translate that in English, so I'm not gonna try.
Yeah.
And then I've had it,
Look it up.
professionally made on a boat. I was on a like low-key like pirate ship boat cruise thing, whatever the heck it was, in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta, and I had it there, and they flamed it, they broiled it, they did it so much. They added like wine to it and everything. I hated it. I've had catfish. I've had eel.
catfish
Eel's
is
okay. Eel's okay. I'll give you
Catfish
that. Eel's
bad.
okay. But like fish in general, I hate it. I've tried it so many different ways. Everybody's always asking me, you haven't tried it this way. You haven't tried it that way.
I have a follow-up to this.
Okay.
So, seafood fine, fish bad. Sushi that is more seafood or like shellfish, okay,
fine?
or still bad?
Let me ask a clarifying question. When you go get sushi,
Yeah.
right? What is the classification of like this is sushi with fish and this is
Like-
not
Like a tempura roll.
tempura roll is
wouldn't
trash. I've tried it, and I think it's also because I don't like avocado. We'll get into that.
I'm actually more offended by that.
This is a trauma
As someone who used to kind of like avocado and then not like avocado and then go wait, I've come back around, I do like avocado. Wild.
So avocado and guacamole, I don't like it either.
Have you tried avocado sweet?
What is that?
Like served like an actual fruit.
In
instead of a
the
savory.
Philippines, actually, we eat avocado more sweet than it's only here that I realized that there's guacamole, which is more savory kind of dish for avocado.
Yeah.
But in the Philippines, we have it. We slice it when it's ripe, and then we have it with milk and like sugar, condensed milk and ice.
I feel like there's something in my brain that's kind of clocking that like we might have tried that sometime.
Is it the texture that you don't
I was
like
gonna
with
ask, is it
avocado?
texture or
No, it's just
flavor?
nasty. It's just nasty. Okay, let's go back to fish right now. We'll go.
So like if you were gonna get something
Yes.
like I can't think of the name of the roll is, but the ones that have like it has like an ahi tuna on top, you'd be
Like
like
Philadelphia
no,
roll or
get that out of my face.
Rainbow roll.
anything with fish, I will just not
Any
eat it.
fish, cooked or whatever, just not
just
fish.
Nothing.
But if you do like what are they called? I always get them mixed up. One of them is the onion, and one of them is it scallops?
I love scallops.
So like scallop, because there's sushi that you can do
That
that,
you-
scallop,
that's
and in
just
that
scallops.
form you're like this is fine as long as there's not also avocado in it.
So let me clarify it slightly. I love seafood. I hate fish. I will literally eat shrimp. I will eat crab. I will eat clams. I will eat scallops.
so
This feels like a horn and here's a hoot.
so
type
like
thing,
you'll
but,
you'll go to the wharf and you'll be like, oh, I'll get some clam chowder.
No, I don't like clam chowder. Ay, Dios mío, santísimo. I'm so sorry. Okay, but that
That was the last thing I expected you to say.
that one is mostly texture. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. Mostly texture because it feels like kind of like you're eating a little bit of throw up.
I just
I'm
wanna-
trying to wrap my head around this, but
I just wanna
can't
say-
understand. But also,
Yeah.
it's very personal preference.
I want to say that we didn't know. Actually, I think I did know this for you about the seafood versus fish, but we didn't know any of this about you, and we still said, "I feel in my bones that you're the man for this episode," and I really feel vindicated in the worst possible way.
Like you're glad because like this is great for content, but this is awful for our connection with each other.
I just can't believe it. What kind of fish are you eating?
Everything.
Well, it's just it's just the way that you've experienced fish. That's why like you cannot enjoy it anymore.
Is across
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah.
Is it a texture or a flavor issue? Do you think?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
That's fair.
I don't like it, but like I
Okay.
will if we go to like a KBBQ or if we go to like a genuine seafood place like I did for one of my birthdays a while ago when I was still living in San Jose. We went to this great place called Gao's. Gao's is amazing. It's in never mind. I'm not gonna say that. It's around there, you know.
Yeah,
You're like, it's fine. Don't go there.
Anyways, this place is great because they had like alternatives for like all sorts of stuff, and
Right.
you could get fish if you really wanted to, but knowing me, I don't like fish.
Yeah.
So I got crawfish, I got clams, I got scallops, I got shrimp, I got literally everything that I wanted because
Okay.
I love seafood. I will eat squid. I do. On my Instagram, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I went to Foodie Land one time, right? I went to Foodie Land and it was great. I met one of my boys. I love that boy, homeboy. Oof. Anyways, we got. I bought this fried giant squid. Phenomenal. It got a little dry towards the end. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, it was pretty good and like I loved it.
I see. It's more texture. It's
I'm
more
iffy on
flavor.
squid.
So you're just like no fish for Adrian. No, not at all. Man, that's wild. Wow.
Wait, so
That is
if
a hot
you go, if you're forced, you're dragged against your will to a sushi place, you're just like, all right, I'll get like teriyaki chicken or something.
Do you not like teriyaki chicken?
I do not.
I want the world to
So
know.
what do you eat?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't mean to set him up for this.
What would you get if we all
We
say-
force you
we
to
go
come.
to a sushi?
So-
I really am
no,
craving
so-
it. We're just going
So
there.
you guys remember?
What are you getting?
After church, people were like, "Oh, let's go get some sushi." I purposely did not respond because I didn't want to have to explain. I don't like sushi.
Okay, but
Okay.
we're all getting together. It's Thea's birthday. You agree you're going to be there. You're in the car
Yes.
with Liz. You can't escape.
So
and
I'll-
in the car, she's like, plot twist, we're going to sushi. And now
so I
you're
have
there
a-
and you
What
can't
would you
leave.
get?
I have no. I have a few things before that. So I will eat before I go. I will.
So you won't even eat like a
No,
chicken?
listen, hold on. Let me cook
Okay,
a little.
okay,
Let me
Let
cook.
him cook, maybe.
I
Okay.
cannot see what he's cooking. I don't see the ingredients right here.
Maybe I'm simmering down. My bad. I don't know. Anyways, I
It's a
will.
slow boil.
It's a slow boil. You know, we'll roast it a little later. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry. I know way too much about it. I've been watching The Bear. I've been
I'm
watching
obsessed. I'm
all sorts
obsessed.
of stuff. Anyways, back at hand. Back to the point. I will eat beforehand. I will eat probably like a good meal or whatever, and like.
What's a good meal that you would eat before the sushi
Mexican.
place? I know, but still.
Okay.
Pozole.
I mean, I like pozole, but I don't like all the meat that's like super like over it and everything.
That's
So it's like it's whatever. But I don't know if we're gonna go get sushi. I'm gonna eat something that fills me up. So either I will make or people will make me, because in Mexican households you're not allowed to cook if you're a guy for whatever reason. I still try. Like I still try. I'm not hopeless. I'm not. Anyways, aside from that, I will make either a burrito. I will make a tostada with sour cream. Basically Mexican dishes. You use the same three things, and you just
It's true.
pop it over some different things, and they're called different things, but really it's the same three
You
ingredients.
fold the tortilla, you roll the tortilla, you deep fry the tortilla. It's the same dish.
Okay, and so going
Yeah.
back to sushi, so you just won't eat.
No, I will eat, but like Maya was saying, if there's a different alternative for like, let's say scallops, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna order that, or if they have like ramen for whatever reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, they would have.
because
They
okay,
probably
I went to this place with my sister and with her husband, my brother-in-law,
No,
with
that
some
guy.
friends as well. I don't want to say names.
That's fair.
that's
I
Yes.
avoid it. Thea says them because she's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I will
forget.
literally go. Now that especially she's my sister and she loves me, hopefully.
Hot take.
Oh no, she loves me. I know she loves me. Don't say that because then she'll come after me. Anyways, so pretty much, we went to this place, and because they know I don't like fish, they
Yeah.
will find an alternative solution. And there's so many alternative solutions,
Yeah.
especially here in town.
That's
Well,
true.
give or take. Anyways,
You can find something.
yeah, we can find something, but like I will eat there, just like Maya said earlier. Like you kind of have to eat something when somebody gives you something, even if you don't like it, just for like education.
You
And
legally have to,
you're legally bound to this, you know. So you kind of have to do it, but
or at least non-white people are legally bound to this. White people will just say no, and it's wild to me.
my brother-in-law does that. Anyways,
As I said,
but no, like I respect it because you're like
Yeah.
putting a boundary where it should
Yes.
be there, but like you know,
I
it's
got
kinda
generational trauma. You can't.
Me too. So that's why
You have
to eat it.
I just
So
thank
if
you, Lola.
if arguably we go out and we invite more people, right? And we're gonna go hang out like after church or whatever, and you guys really want to go to a sushi spot, I will go.
Just fine.
I will find
Yeah.
something.
You'll eat a bowl of rice and some ramen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But like,
Or go next door and if there's something.
No,
that
I have done that before.
we can sit down together.
sometimes I do that. Sometimes I say like when I was younger, and I didn't want to go like get like some Japanese food or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like because especially when you're younger, you really don't like trying stuff and trying new things, which is valid. You can't really blame a little kid.
Yeah.
So they would go get that Japanese food, but then go get me my little McDonald's or whatever, and then like. I had no shame, so I would pull up with my little Mickey D's, my little
Little Happy
Maccas, you
Meal.
know what I'm saying? So I'd pull up and like start eating at the place, and then like it's kind of whatever. But I don't want to do that if I go with friends now. I would rather eat something there and try it, and if I don't like it, I kind of wasted my money. But genuinely, like when I say I'm broke a lot, and I really am, but if we're gonna go hang out and we make an intention to do that. Even if I don't like the food, I'm gonna buy something and I'm not gonna care how much it is, just because I want to have a good like vibe,
Time.
Yes.
you know, a good time with each other. So
You-
that's,
You gotta put in the effort.
Yeah, I get that. Yes.
but no sushi, no fish. No.
That's good to know.
You're not
That's good
invited to
know.
my sushi themed birthday party
too.
anymore.
not even
Because
if
I love you.
not
and
even if I dress up as Aquaman.
You are re-invited.
Okay, cool.
On second thought, you can. You can sit there with us.
And we'll
to
have the
eat.
McDonald's. We'll have your little Happy Meal ready right here.
Specifically, a Happy Meal.
Yes.
That's wild. I'm gonna bring my food hot take, and it's boneless wings are just overpriced chicken nuggets. Like
Get them.
if you go
Get
to
'em.
if you go to a wing place and
And
you want at the end, if you go to a wing place, just go get your wings.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so I
No.
What's
I-
the difference?
I agree and disagree at the same time. So yes, boneless wings are way too expensive, and they're glorified chicken nuggets. If I'm being honest, so I'll
So you agree?
Glorified chicken.
Cut
Yes.
the feet.
However, if I'm going to a wing spot, okay, first of all, people have like ways of getting rid of the wing, and they just go like, and it's like, dude,
What just happened?
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly that full movement that I've done, like right now, it sounds and looks dumb.
You're the-
But genuinely, people will go, tap, 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 and just like eat it off, and you're like, the whole bone is like right there, and they'll start
like that.
licking and like kissing the bone, and you're like, bro, what are you doing?
Put that down.
So and then there's so much like the
I stand by my statement. Go get wing bone in if you go to a
No.
wing spot.
no, because it takes too much time.
It's the experience of it.
No, the experience is terrible.
Culture.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna weigh into this,
No, go ahead.
which is really funny
All
because
right.
I don't eat meat. And even when I used
How are you gonna weigh in?
Hold on. And even when I used to eat meat, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Because
My apologies, Maya. Go
As
ahead.
someone who doesn't eat meat, and as someone who,
Who
when they
used to,
used to
right?
eat
Right.
meat, didn't like the bone being in, I still think the bone has to be in it in order for it to be a chicken wing because it's in the name.
Yes.
So
Just
I'm
get
like-
a chicken nugget if you want a chicken,
I-
small chicken tenders or whatever.
Because it does feel like, what are you doing? Why did you? That would be like, oh, I want to get like stuffed peppers, but I don't want the stuffing inside. It'd be like, that's what the dish is.
Exactly.
Chicken wings famously have the bone. That's
Exactly.
what's inside of it. So it'd be like, take that out. That is just now a chicken tender.
Okay, I don't know how valid
chicken tender.
that specific situation that you brought
I
up
think
is.
it's exactly.
No, okay.
As a vegetarian, I think it's exactly the same.
Hear me out.
Peppers naturally in nature come stuffed.
Boneless wings are just
Peppers
chicken
do
nuggets.
not come stuffed. What are you talking about?
Okay, I just
These
lost
are
them.
hollow.
That was just to see whatever face Adrian was gonna make after I said it.
What? I was like, me and my dad clearly like planted some peppers, and I remember it never being stuffed. Like,
He's like, I've planted some peppers and it's not like this.
Aiden was realizing that he really doesn't cook. It was really alarmed for him. That was all just to see what your face did when I said it.
No, because, okay, so my reasoning for not liking your reasoning is, okay, so if you're eating, there's a Mexican dish where it's,
Alright, fine. I want stuffed peppers, but I say, but get rid of the pepper and just give me the stuff.
So that doesn't make sense because they're two separate things, right? Two separate things, whereas if we're talking about wings, it's just the wings and the bone that you're talking about getting rid of. It gets rid of none of the
sustenance. That's like getting a
sustenance.
drumstick and saying, get the stick out of the drum.
Yes.
It's a drumstick. That's supposed to be
No,
there.
okay, but you're still getting...
Or like boneless ribs.
But you're still...
It's how they're
that the
made.
thing?
Yes, some
Yes.
people do it off the bone.
Boneless
They're like,
ribs.
I want ribs, but they take them off the bone, and then they're like, here are your boneless ribs, and I'm like, that's not ribs.
That's kind of fire, low-key, you're not gonna lie.
But they're different. But it's like, just order a different kind of meat then.
Okay, let's think about this scenario.
But we do agree in my hot take that boneless wings are just overpriced
We
chicken
did
nuggets.
all
Yes.
say.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes.
did
I agree.
all. Part
Yes.
I
A,
agree.
everyone in this room agrees with.
Yes, but we're like, now it's a different hot take. We're like, you just order a chicken nugget instead of ordering the overpriced boneless
Yes.
wings.
And I agree.
If you want wings, get the wings bone in.
Yes.
This message is very vegetarian approved.
Amazing.
I'm gonna get.
Let
on
us
it.
know in the comments below what your thoughts are.
Thea, don't watch this episode. As a vegan, don't watch this
do
episode.
not.
You're gonna be mad at me. She knows.
Do we have any last burning hot takes before we close off this podcast episode? I am having so much fun, but also it's just wild.
I do have one kind of simultaneously
Bring it
mild
on.
and crazy hot take
Bring
that I'd
it
like to
on.
offer to the table.
I want to hear this mild and crazy.
Well, because like compared to the things I could give a hot take about, it's
Okay.
not that big of a deal, but I feel like people don't agree with me. I think we should bring back commercials.
When did they leave?
I mean, I should be more specific. I think we should get rid of streaming and bring back normal cable TV with commercials.
Yeah, because you're already paying so much for streaming in general. It's the same thing as if you were getting a cable package. So, but
I think we have to have commercials again. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't want to pay for a streaming network that says, "Oh, we're now giving you commercial options." That's stupid. I want to go back to actual television commercials. I want to be watching a show and they do the like, she's pregnant, fade to black, and then blaring car commercial, and you sprint to the bathroom so that you can get back in time. You refill your bowl. You and your friend go, that's crazy. What's it gonna, okay, get back. And you reset. That energy has to come back, first and foremost. And second of all, since we got rid of like those kind of commercials, like your classic, think like, I'm gonna sound like such a millennial as I say this, but like a classic like 90s, early 2000s commercial, the commercials we get now
With
are
plots and
trash.
stories and
The
like
commercials-
commercials, those kind of trash.
like a commercial or like any kind of ad you get now is trash because they're being designed for someone with an attention span that lasts 30 seconds. So they're garbage and they're made badly and they're not advertising anything except a bad time. They exist now exclusively to make you pay for the streaming platform. And it makes me really angry.
The entire time I was thinking about the carpet commercial. We're like 200-300 Empire.
Today. See,
this
bring
is
back
why we gotta
jingles.
bring back-
Bring back jingles.
And like I was like thinking about it, like commercials, like
Yeah.
when I was growing up, you would have like games as you're like watching commercials. Like my cousins and I, like my siblings and I would guess the commercials that would come on. Like the first one to guess it like wins. Like you have fun, you have engagement, you have interactive things with people if you bring back commercials in that way. I do love streaming companies, but as you said, where it's like
You're wild for that, but it's fine.
Where I can like literally watch through the whole thing if I wanted to, but I do get what you're saying of bringing back commercials.
I love having to stop and like for it to be like an actual commercial. Like the best part of the Super Bowl is the commercials. That's what people watch for. No one, the entire nation who tunes in for the Super Bowl
Yeah,
Most of
watches the
them
commercials.
don't care about the game. They don't care who
Yeah.
those teams are. They have no interest. They're there to see what commercial comes up. And have you paid attention to the Super Bowl recently? The commercials suck. Do you know why
Okay, I'm so
they
glad you're
suck?
about to say that,
Do you
'cause they're
know
so
why
trash.
they suck?
Why?
Because they don't know how to make commercials anymore. Because everything is streaming, they don't know how to get your attention. So what they're presenting is trash. The amount of commercials that I have to sit through that are essentially like an influencer being like, hey guys, let me set you on to this incredible trend that you've never heard of. Here's this brand. They're incredible. Check them out. Like, it'll change your life. And I'm like, that's not a commercial.
Yeah.
I would rather
an
sit through
infomercial.
a minute and a half, like old school commercial that was actually putting effort in selling me something than a 15-second, hey guys.
You're not wrong, because I love State Farm commercials.
See?
Yes.
State Farm commercials are so valid.
Exactly.
And like you remember that she's
Insurance
wearing
commercials never change. You're beautiful,
Please-
never change.
And you remember them because it makes a mark on you.
Jake
Like, it
from
becomes
State
a
Farm.
memory.
Homie's wearing khakis. Like,
Geico
Jake from
commercials,
State
though?
Farm.
oh, Geico's so funny.
Geico's funny.
They got good ones. Like marketing does work.
Yes.
There's a
Good
reason
marketing
why
works.
you used to have to get a degree in marketing and advertising. And I will see these stupid videos on TikTok of people being like, my marketing professor told me that I can't get like this product sold by showing a donut wearing a wig. Prove them wrong. Like buy from our and I'm like, no, actually market me something. Your professor's right. You're bad at this and you should fail the class. Don't try to girl boss your way into victory right now. Put effort into what you're doing. It makes me crazy. Bring back good plot commercials.
I feel
Make
like
them
it's because
fun.
like people or like just companies in general try to put like the commercial or the advertisement in social media into like TV
Yes, and-
form, and it does not work because social media is so different than like TV.
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense, like
Yes.
the episodes and like
Well, the
seeing,
audience
like,
changes too.
Yes, it does. Because I feel like with social media, because the attention span of people is so
They're brain
quick,
dead.
and
Yeah,
you just like scroll and scroll and scroll.
Yeah.
You literally gotta get their attention in like 10 seconds, or else you lose them already.
Yes, which means they're garbage now, which is why we need to
Yeah.
bring back television that has the normal, you have to sit here for at least 8 minutes and watch some different commercials. And you go,
It's like I can't see the
that's not that long. That's an episode of Bluey.
I haven't watched Bluey. But
Hot
anyways,
take, everyone should watch Bluey.
Everyone should watch.
especially your
You're gonna
dogs, they can see it.
They can see it because it's in the colors that they can see.
cry. They can.
Goodness.
Bring back
Oh,
commercials.
man. Bring back commercials. Eat fish.
Don't bring back commercials and don't eat fish. Or don't offer me any fish. I think it's probably better.
Do you think that if you saw a really killer commercial for fish,
No.
you would
It is now my life goal to create a really good commercial.
I'm going to create a
for fish
commercial
just
so
for you.
good that for 1 second you go, maybe. And then you don't do it. But for a second you go, maybe. And that's the moment
That's-
where I win.
That's success and
No,
achievement.
I don't
right
care if I have like.
I
a
also give you $500.
there. He's like,
Can anyone in the comments loan me $500 to convince Adrian?
we'll put her Venmo down below.
Feel free to Venmo me money just for fun. Just because you're feeling spicy.
Search me. Venmo me money. So we can make that
That
promo
commercial.
commercial for Adrian.
I mean, my hat is the same way, in the same place everywhere. So if you can find it, Venmo me. Don't actually do that.
Venmo me enough money to buy fish.
Oh my gosh, I'll buy something else with it. Maybe my 1 month gym membership. I'll probably do that.
Well, that has been our burning hot takes. This episode has been fun and wild and crazy.
Yes.
And thank you so much for being here and joining us and bringing us your wildest hot takes.
I didn't think they were that bad, but thank you for having me. I
They were
appreciate
spicy.
you.
They were
We had some
spicy.
spicy takes at the table.
So, are we still friends?
That answers the question. Were we ever friends? No, yes. I think we're still friends. Hopefully you don't hate me after this,
We're good.
I'll see you
were,
on Sunday.
You were re-invited to my
Yeah.
sushi
That was your
birthday.
Aquaman, that's what you said, right?
Yes.
As long as you're him.
I actually have to dress up as Aquaman now. I got
Which
you.
I will say, when you said it for a split second, my brain pictured Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
How you know?
With our powers coming out.
Guys, the cat's out of the bag. That's how we got the idea for this podcast. They and I are huge Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy fan. Guess which is which. Tag in the comments which one you think we
Let
are.
us know. Well, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, let us know what hot takes you enjoyed down below, or if you agree and disagree with us, let us know. And if you have a burning hot take,
Tell us about it.
Tell us
Or
about
keep
it.
it to yourself.
Write it down. Type it down. We got you.
Exactly.
Well, they got you.
Adrian will
Maybe.
be lurking in the comments and might also get you.
I will always be there on Spotify. Don't worry.
All right. Well, this has been your host Althea
And your host, Maya.
and our special guest,
Adrian.
and
We'll see you
Next
next
time.
time.
Bye. I can breathe now. That was
I had to keep adjusting what my hot takes are because I was like, this could cause a real actual fight. Hold on, let me pick something else.